guys, it's Anne. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something very exciting to talk to you guys about. This video is mostly just for informational purposes, something fun, something that we get to experience together. I have two boxes here to show you guys. Boom! So one is an authentic bag. I don't know which one. And the other one is a super fake. You guys know I love Chanel and I would never imagine me spending money on a replica bag, but I have been wanting to try, and I'm just curious, just like you guys, I'm curious on how the super fake or a really good fake supposed to look like. I'm just curious. I'm a curious person, so I'm happy to inform you guys we didn't have to spend money on it. This seller sent me a replica bag, but they told me that I could have my own authentic opinion. I make sure that I was clear on that one. But I'm excited to show you guys the difference because that's definitely something that I've been wanting to know, to see, to feel. So let's get right into it, you guys. So we are very lucky because I have everything with the authentic Chanel bags, so we could definitely compare them together. Just by the look of it, could you guess which one is the authentic box versus the replica box? This one is a replica box, you could tell. If you look at the Chanel letters here, you could tell that it is a little bit taller, and also it seems like it's leaking out quite a bit. It's not really very well defined, well made, and well presented as the authentic box. But the overall quality of it, not too bad. Now let's open them together. If you see here, one box is a little bit bigger and the other one is definitely a little bit smaller. The authentic Chanel wallet on chain box is actually a little bit fatter, just like that. This is what they look like on the side, and of course the top one is the authentic one and the bottom one was a replica one. Let me show you guys what it looks like. From the side here, you could tell that the authentic box goes all the way to the bottom. It's covered fully versus the replica one. It's like halfway there. And I think with the replica, they're really trying to do everything to cut the cost. I'm not so surprised with that. And let's open it together. The dust bag. Let's talk about the dust bag really quickly. Kind of similar, but the authentic Chanel bag, you could feel that the Chanel letters are very, there's a texture, there's different texture. It seems like it's a little bit elevated versus the replica bag. It just seems like it was printed on there. And the inside to the authentic Chanel bags feels a little bit better. The replica feels more plasticky. The real authentic Chanel dust bags, the inside felt like cotton, very, normal soft cotton, very natural material to the touch. And that was just a dust bag alone. I'm very lucky I was able to have everything that comes with the authentic wallet on chain here, so we could compare. I mean, this is my family's wallet on chain, and we still have the sticker on there. I think she's been worn maybe once or twice. Here is the replica bag. This is what it looks like when I unbox it. This is unboxing it for the very first time. And so they're, it's kind of similar to how we unbox the wallet on chain too. It's similar to the tape, but even the tape itself seems very tapey versus the Chanel tape. It's like a kiss. I don't know. It's just different. Once again, the replica is printed, and the actual Chanel items is the Chanel is definitely more elevated. They even come up with the booklet and the care booklet. And this is what the Chanel authentic care booklet looks like. And size and everything, the authentic booklet is definitely a little bit bigger, and the the non-authentic one. The replica one is smaller, and I mean, they have like dye like leaking out on the on the Chanel sleeves already. This is the comparison between the authentic and replica. I mean, this is like minor stuff, you know, like if you were to purchase a replica, like I don't think that this is something that would make or break your purchase. But one thing that I noticed that is really bother me is the smell, you guys. The moment I unbox the replica bags, the smell is not that great. But look what I found. I even got the tag here. These are the Chanel in-house tag that comes with the wallet on chain versus the replica tag. These are the difference. The Chanel one, of course, like they have the barcode and they have a lot of things to help you identify the bag. If you look at the back to the right, the logo is not well centered at all. The right side is actually lower compared to the left side. The logo of the authentic one is a lot flatter versus the replica is more rounded and kind of more elevated. The color to the authentic one is gold versus the replica has a gold with orange undertone. And you can see it quite obvious there. The feel of the leather too, guys. The authentic one, honestly, even though it's caviar, is still very very soft. And look at the caviar grain, right? Like the sticker is slightly different. Of course, the authentic Chanel bag, the sticker is very form-fitted to the logo, and the replica bag is just like a sticker. Like they just cut it and it was like stick it on there. The caviar between the two, the replica bags feel a lot harder and more plasticky versus the real authentic Chanel WOC is softer and more luxurious to the touch. If you look at you are looking at the inside, the real authentic Chanel actually just comes with the cardboard paper. Versus the replica felt like, I don't know, like a felt material, like something like kind of artificial. Like I'm not sure how to describe the material, but it's definitely not a regular paper. It's significantly thicker. And I mean, for that, I guess it's good. It's good to, you know, be inside the wallet on chain. Just the main reason for that paper is really to protect it so the zipper doesn't indent the inside of the WOC. The replica bag has a very unique chemical smell, you guys, and for some reason it makes me very sick. I was literally having a headache the whole time. I think for me, it is really hard because I am so sensitive when it comes to smell. And if it's something that will hurt my nose or my brain, I might find it very hard to love it. But I did let the seller know that's the one thing that I could not do, and they said to air it out. They did mention that might just be a new bag smell, but I have been purchasing so many brand new Chanel handbags from boutique, and that was definitely not something I've ever encountered. So I think that was just the way they dye the bag, and unfortunately, they don't use the same obviously luxurious like way of dyeing the bag and the leather, and it was probably chemicals that I smelled. Okay, smell aside, let's look at the bag now. This is the front. This is what it looks like. You know, first thing first, you could tell immediately the Chanel logo is lopsided. I did not like that. That is the first thing that I noticed. And the right side of the replica bags is definitely downward. Same thing with the Chanel logo on the inside of the bag. It is also lopsided. The right side is also lower compared to the left side on that Chanel printed there. Versus, you know, the authentic one, and authentic one is perfectly straight, right? Like there is absolutely no problems with the Chanel print. Yeah, I mean, it is hard because the replica bag is about like $200 versus the authentic one is $3,000. But that is one difference there. You could tell the hardware too. The replica is a little bit more orange tone. Like, yeah, it's gold, but the gold has a little bit more orange tone versus the real authentic Chanel hardware is a lot more gold. So this is the zipper now. This is the authentic one. Here is replica. Like, the zipper works really well. You know, it's not like stuck. It's not bad quality zipper. Zipper pull anything. If we are looking closer here, one, you could tell that, you know, that is a difference there up close. Did you notice something at the end there? Do you notice that? The replica bag is on top and the authentic Chanel is on the bottom, and the replica end was black versus the Chanel gold wallet on chain, the end was gold. Also, the zipper pull, the replica is a lot more fat, like it's fatter, it's not as flat. Even the flap too, the replica is a lot thicker. It feels like it is just fatter compared to my authentic one, and the replica comes in with you know, the chain has the chain protector like that. Chanel honestly just like kind of roll their chain together and wrap it with the Chanel paper. That was it. They didn't even do anything fancy with the chain there. On the inside, you know, you could see it is made in Italy there, and the writing made in Italy, the authentic one is a little bit more defined and a little bit shorter versus the replica one is definitely a little bit taller. Let's talk about the chain here. I'm just gonna go ahead and like remove that for you. It's kind of exciting actually. Besides the smell, I'm like having a migraine, but these are the two side to side here, you know. The consistency between the gold tone of the replica hardware is definitely different. Because in some area it looks a little bit more orange, and in the other area then it's way too shiny, and it has this like, you know, gold tone there. But the chain itself seems pretty good. The Chanel chain is a lot more yellow on here. I still like the, you know, kind of deeper, like darker, like more yellow gold chain versus like the more orangey one. So this is the inside here. This is the newer series for the wallet on chain. So of course it has the metal plate. This is the metal plate of the replica bag, and it's, you know, that's just what it looks like. It's not detail oriented. I'm sure there's no printing. If you look at it closely, and here is a metal plate of the real one, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover it a little bit here. And of course, like if you have the diamond loop magnifier, then you could look in there and you would see all of the Chanel like print on the metal plate. Now, if you follow Zico on Instagram, she does have some great photos there, but the sticker already fell off on the Chanel wallet on chain. And this one, adorable. This is the authentic one, and you could tell the caviar is very, very shiny. And you know, my family doesn't baby their bags the way I do mine. So, of course, like, they kind of store the bag with the chain right underneath it. And the chain did the indentation in the leather. But this happened to me before with my lambskin. And what you do, you just air it out and the leather will come back to normal. Versus this one is the replica one. I must say it is absolutely puffy to say the least. But you could tell the pocket in the back there, it is also not well centered. The right side was also a little bit higher compared to the left. Versus the Chanel authentic bag, the pocket, the end point was perfectly aligned. And here is the comparison, you guys, between the two chain lengths. The authentic one is longer compared to the replica. The authentic one is actually the one to our right, and the replica is the one to our left. The chain there is high quality chain, I must say. It doesn't feel like it's empty inside. It has a nice weight to it. Both make a very, very similar sound. I know, how exciting, huh? The end point really is that I don't think I would be spending my money on replica bags. I mean, you do you. This topic is so controversial, and there's rich lady who apparently are wearing replica bags. So who am I to say anything? But I know within myself, and I know for me, I would rather just spend my money a little bit more and purchase something like a vintage Chanel. That would make my heart sing so much louder than purchasing a replica bag that was like half of the price of vintage, you guys. Like, these bags ain't cheap, okay? It's like a couple of $100s, and for a couple of $100, I definitely could have gotten something very, very high quality, handmade from like any of the local leather goods stores. Or I could put a little bit more, save a little bit more, and purchase like, a vintage, authentic Chanel handbags. And you know how I feel about that one. So I don't see myself ever purchasing a replica bag with my money, but I could see, someone purchasing it so for their travel, so then you don't have to worry about ruining your authentic bags. I don't know. I kind of love the way authentic bags looks after it's been loved and it's been worn. So it's not a problem to me. Like, that's not something that I feel like I would, be hesitant on using my bag. So, but I'm so glad that we finally get to unbox it. I finally get to see the difference between the real and the fake. And now, like, I don't feel so bad, because before I was like, man, like, I'm spending like $8,000, $10,000 of my own hard-earned money on a bag that somebody somewhere just purchased it for like $500, like, it makes me feel a little bit bad. I'm not gonna lie, it does make me feel a little bit bad. But now that I get to see it, I realize that, hey, you pay for what you get, and I don't feel bad anymore, because the authentic bags, the Caviar, is just so much better. It feels so much better. It's much more beautiful. It doesn't have that chemical smell, so I actually feel a lot better. I feel significantly better. So I'm thankful that they sent me the replica bag so I could compare it for you guys. But I think, we're definitely sticking with the authentic Chanel, because makes my heart sing, and I could smell it, I could lick it. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoy every bit of it, and I'm just excited to be here with you. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.